Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is Veeam 13 full course, and this is part 16th video in this course. And in today's session we are going to cover a very important and practical topic where we are going to convert the VMDK to VHDX by using the Veeam Backup and Replication. So this feature is extremely useful when you want to basically migrate your virtual machine from VMware to Hyper-V without rebuilding it from scratch. So in this video we will cover what is VMDK and VHDX are, why conversion is required, a step-by-step lab demo where we are going to convert the VMDK to VHDX. Also, I'm going to create a new virtual machine by converted VHDX and going to power on that for you to show you how we can basically use in production environment to do the virtual machine migration from VMware to Hyper-V. And then also we are going to cover the benefit and important consideration about the this conversion. So let's start with the very basic. What is VMDK and VHDX? VMDK to VHDX conversion. So let's start with the basics. So VMDK is a virtual disk format which is used by VMware, and VHDX is a virtual disk format which is used by Hyper-V. So since both platform uses different disk format, direct migration is not possible without conversion. So Veeam solved this problem by allowing you to restore the VMware virtual machine backup directly into the Hyper-V environment, automatically convert the VHDX files to basically VMDK files to VHDX. So this process is known as a cross-platform restore or disk format conversion. So in this video, I'm going to focus on disk format conversion. So use case, let's say this feature is commonly used in real environment, VMware to Hyper-V migration, disaster recovery to alternative hypervisor platform, lab testing on different hypervisor, cost optimization projects, and data center migrations. So these are some important use cases where you can use this conversion VMDK to VHDX. So now let's understand why this is important. So organization often faces a situation where they want to reduce the VMware licensing cost, need to move workload across platform, requires a disaster recovery to another hypervisor, want to test workload and different hypervisor to make sure how the environment is behaving. So without Veeam, server must need to be rebuilt manually, and OS and application need to be reinstalled, high risk of configuration error. And with Veeam, directly conversion of the existing virtual machine backup to VHDX or supported format, and no need to rebuild server, and this going to significant time and effort saved. So this is why this conversion is important for us. So this is some benefit and important consideration. Uh, so basically, so benefits are some time saving, no manual rebuild required, as I said, cost optimization, easy platform switch from VMware to Hyper-V, flexibility support cross-platform workload, reliable recovery, maintain data integrity when you do conversion, and then simplified migration. Single tool handles everything basically. If you want to do end-to-end migration from Veeam backup and recovery. An important consideration: ensure Hyper-V integration services are updated when you start the virtual machine in the Hyper-V. Install required drivers after restore if needed, and validate boot mode, BIOS or UEFI, and check this alignment is and performance also. So these are the some important consideration. And let's understand the real world example. Let's understand. Let's say your company is currently having using VMware, but due to high license cost, management decided to migrate it to Hyper-V. So without Veeam, all server need to be rebuilt. Migration will take days or week, or high chances of misconfiguration. Also, you can use some other tool, a part of Veeam, to do a migration. So without Veeam, This is going to be a situation with Veeam restore VM backup directly from to Hyper-V, automatically disk conversion, migration completed within hour, and result is faster migration, minimal downtime, and lower optional risk. So this is what we are going to do. So this is my environment basically, which we are testing throughout this course. So I got my Active Directory and DNS server, and then Veeam 13 backup and replication. I got one standalone Hyper-V host and 3 node vCenter cluster, and then I got my vCenter server upline. So let me show you. This is my infrastructure. So this is my Active Directory and DNS server. So you can see I got 3 node vCenter cluster up and running here, and this is my Veeam backup and replication server. So let me log in here, and now I got my Hyper-V standalone Hyper-V also. So what I'm going to do in this lab, I'm going to convert one of my virtual machine which is running on VMware from a backup and convert that disk to VHDX. So let's say this is my two virtual machines which is running on Win2K25 VM01 VM02. This is running on my VMware infrastructure, and you can see here platform is VMware. So now I'll go ahead and right click on this, and basically I'll go and select export content as a virtual disk. So click here, and then I'll select the latest incremental backup or restore point. Click next, and now this is the disk. Click next, and now on the target I'll go ahead and select my Hyper-V host, and on the path I'm going to select, let's say, Hyper-V virtual disk. Click next, and now I'll go ahead and convert export format to, I'll go ahead and select VHDX, and this is going to be a dynamic. Click next, and now click next, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert this virtual machine restore point to a target virtual target Hyper-V host at this location, and I'm going to convert this disk, which is VMDK, to export format is VHDX. So I'll click on finish now. So now this will start the restore process basically, where it is going to perform the disk export, and this is going to be done based on the conversion also. So this is what we are doing, and this is our destination path. Format is VHDX. So everything looks good here. I'll go ahead and close this, and now if I go to running task, you should be able to see the task is going to refresh here, I guess. See the task which is disk export, and 2% is completed. And basically if I go here inside my Hyper-V, the destination folder, I should be able to see disk here. So you can see this is the disk which is coming, and approx 3 gig data is already transferred. So now we got approx 23 gig of data on this drive. So once the drive is completed, I'll go ahead and create one virtual machine by using this file. So I'll go ahead and create a virtual machine now. So let me go on Hyper-V and new virtual machine. I'll select, click next, and then I'll go and put this name. So same name as my virtual machine. So click next, and generation 2, and then I'm going to leave it to 4 gig, and then let me connect to switch. And here this is important, so I'll go ahead and select my existing disk which I am trying to restore right now. So this is my disk, already 7 GB data is here. So click next, and now once I click finish, this will start creating virtual machine. So currently this virtual machine is basically disk is not ready, that's why we got error. So let's wait for this conversion to get completed, and then we will go ahead and basically start the virtual machine, finish here, and then we'll go ahead and let me go ahead and attach virtual disk later and finish the virtual machine creation, and then I'll show you something. So this is generation 2, so this is basically going to be on UEFI mode, BIOS for this virtual machine. So now if I right click, go to setting, so this is my machine, virtual machine configuration. So I'll select the hard disk to hard drive to this virtual machine once this conversion is completed. So 27% already completed. Let me go ahead and pause the recording. Once this is conversion is completed, I'll resume from there. So now you can see the disk export is completed. I'll go ahead and close this. And now I have this virtual machine created, and I'll go and add the hard drive now. So add, browse, and then I'll select this drive which is got converted, apply, and then I'll move this to hard drive to boot, top in boot priority. And now everything looks good. I'll go ahead and power on this virtual machine now, and now this time it should basically boot properly uh, with the attached hard drive. So let's wait for this. So machine is booted, and now you can see the Hyper-V logo. So since this is first time, it's getting started to ready the devices, and then you can see applying the computer setting. So everything seems good here. Now if I go to settings, you should be able to see the integration services also. So you need to make sure these are enabled. So guest services also should be enabled. So I'll go ahead and do it. So now we got the login screen. Let me hit Ctrl Alt Del and try to log into this virtual machine. So now that's it. We are able to log into this virtual machine successfully. So this is what I wanted to cover in this video. So that's all for today's session on converting the VMDK file to VHDX using Veeam 13, and also we have created the virtual machine from the converted VHDX file. So this is a powerful feature for migration, disaster recovery, and cost optimization projects. So make sure you practice this in your lab environment, so you are fully prepared for real scenarios. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.